Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Politics in Plain English, and today I have in my hand the Democrats' version of what happened with the Fisa. Now, I say the Democrats' version because, as you will see, they left out a lot of information that they could have put in here to explain why they did what they did. It's actually 10 pages. So it's far longer than what the Republicans had. So just to start off on this first page, all they are doing is saying in this first paragraph that we didn't have nothing to do with anything. Everything we did was fine. They said the FBI and DOJ officials did not abuse the foreign intelligence surveillance. So that's what they say in the first page. And they are, paragraph, they are saying that all over again. And the second part, they say that they didn't rely on the dossier. But the question then is that comes here in the second part, if they didn't rely on the dossier to get the wiretap, then why did they have to go use the wiretap? Because every 90 days, remember, it has to be renewed. So they're saying they didn't rely on it, so it doesn't make sense. Okay, first page. Now the second page here, it says that the GOP was dishonest. That's all they're saying here, is that GOP was dishonest. And they also mention here on the second page that Steele's prior relationship with the FBI was known. And Steele actually was known back in 2013, so this is long before Trump was even thinking about being a president. So that tells you a lot right there. If the FBI knew about Steele back in 2013, then why are you investigating Trump? Okay, they said they were upset with Nunes because he didn't let them see the document. This paragraph here, all they're saying is what I just said. They were upset with Nunes because they wanted him to tell them what was in the document before he made it public. Well, why would you give your enemies a hand up? If they got the truth on you, you should be able to answer the truth. You wouldn't need a heads up on what to do. Okay, that's page 2. Now, page 3, they said here, and now notice too, all of these blackouts. They really didn't have a reason for a lot of this stuff. And they say here on page 3 that Christopher Steele reporting, which began to share with the FBI through the end of October 26, played no role in launching the FBI's counterintelligence into the Russian interference links to the FBI. That's what they're saying here. Oh, Mr. Steele had no part. As a matter of fact, they even mentioned how the Russians were thinking about recruiting Steele, but they found that he didn't have anything that they wanted. So Steele was a no-in. But it was perfect for the FBI and DOJ, which I'm going to tell you at the end of this, why they needed him. Okay, January 2017 through April and June, they said President George W. Bush was one by the President Reagan. DOJ first applied to the Fisa on October 21st, 2016. They said for a warrant to permit the FBI to initiate electronic surveillance and physical search for the page for the 90 days consistent with the Fisa requirements. The court approved 3 renewals in early January 2017, April 2017, and June 2017, which authorized the FBI to maintain surveillance on Page until September 2017. So basically, all they're saying is they came up with some bogus stuff, and they needed to keep Steele in his position so they could continue going to the FISA court and getting all of these FISA warrants and continue their spying, which, again, like I said, there's a guy, his name is Admiral Rogers, and he explains all of why all of this came about, which I want to give that to you at the end, but I'm going to try to finish this first. Okay, so now we're on to page 4. And we're still walking free. This is the important thing, that if this guy Steele was such a threat, why is he still walking around? He has not been indicted. He hasn't been put in jail. And this is way back in 2013. So this doesn't make sense what the Democrats have here. As a matter of fact, everything they said doesn't make sense. And remember what I told you last time? When can you tell when the Democrats are lying? When their lips are moving. Okay, here's another page. All of this is that they're saying, oh, we didn't have anything to do with this. We're innocent, and what have you. Same old, same old. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it because it does. I marked everything in pink here, you know, with my little marker. They're saying that Steele and the media, this section here, they're saying Steele and the media went to Yahoo. Now, this is what they're trying to say, like what was said in the Republicans' paper, that the Republicans had said that they actually, in order to make the dossier appear legal, they had outside sources. And what were those outside sources? Well, one of them we know was Yahoo. And who leaked that to Yahoo? Well, the same people who did the dossier linked to Yahoo to try to make it credible that they had different sources where this information was coming from, but it was actually only one source. And they said Comey was mad about Hillary before the election, so that's why he did what he did. Remember, all of a sudden, Comey just decided out of nowhere he was going to go and talk to the world about what Hillary had, was going through, this investigation that they didn't title an investigation. They said it was just a matter. So anyway, that was Comey's beef with Hillary. And nothing ever happened again. Steele was not, they claiming he was not paid for any information. Yeah, right. On to the next page. All they're saying here again is we didn't do it. We didn't do it. And they're trying to say Bruce Orr, who is his wife was with the GPS. They're saying here, she didn't have anything to do with anything. Everybody is innocent. And they're saying Peter Strozk and Lisa Page, that's the guy who had the affair. I told you last time, if I was his wife, Peter Strzok's wife, he'd be hitting the head with a frying pan. So they're just saying that what Lisa Page and Peter Strozk did, this was totally insignificant. It has nothing to do with nothing. But they were part of all of this investigation. Isn't that strange? And they saying here they don't know anything about an insurance policy. Remember, Peter Strzok said that when he was talking to Lisa Page, we have to have an insurance policy, but the Democrats are denying they have anything at all. So anyway, we have more pages of denial, denial, denial. Now, what I was mentioning to you earlier about Admiral Rogers, he's the one that actually, it appears, that got all of this started. He noticed that there was unusual amount of information being brought in from private sources. They're not supposed to have it given to GPS nor to Democrats, whatever. And so he noticed this was really strange. So he started investigating. And he asked about it. And so he didn't give a satisfactory answer. So he went to the courts. And he said an unusual amount of information is being shared with people who have no right to have this information. And he also, Admiral Rogers, went to Donald Trump. He was a then candidate. He went to his place of residence. He told him, he said, your facility is being wiretapped. And he said, you should move. So Trump took that advice and he moved his whole operation from his location in New York to another location so they couldn't be wiretapped. And when this information was brought to the Democrats that Admiral Rogers had discovered this, they had immediately told Obama to fire him. But Obama said, well, the information is already out there. It's nothing we can do. We're just going to have to come up with another strategy. So this is the strategy that they had. Because remember, there was never a plan 2. It was only a plan 1. They thought everything was going to work the same way it did with Bernie Sanders, that they would be able to rig the system and Hillary would be in there and it would be no problem. But it didn't work out like that. So since it didn't work out like that, they had to go to immediately another plan. And the plan was to accuse Trump of being Russian, associated with the Russians. So that's why Comey, he got fired. This is the why. Comey went and approached Trump with this salacious, unverified dossier and told him that you better keep me on staff or otherwise this information is going out. And Trump, being the man that he is, he said, no way, Jose, I'm not keeping you. So when he fired Comey, that's when Comey went and sent in Rosenstein, that's doing all this, or Mueller, to do his investigation. So we know all of this is made up. The Democrats in a panic. They don't know what to do. But we know that they're crooked, they're corrupt, and they have deviated so far to the left that it's not even funny. So anyway, you get this video, please subscribe and share. Thank you.